Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we'll be doing a summoning sessions on the brand new Fallen Heroes banner, Forces of Will. We are going to be sparking for not legendary, basically stat-wise she is very similar to legendary at Edgar, but no. We're going to be sparking for Fallen Edgar, mostly because she's a really cool unit, and it does complete my Edgar collection. I mean, I have all the Dimitris as well, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna be sparking for him. I'm gonna be sparking for Edgar. Even if I manage to pull one while summoning, I'm still gonna spark for her because a +1 Edgar is better than a +0 Edgar. I will be going full circles just because it's cheaper on the orb, since the only thing is to spark. That's what we're going for. I already got my tickets, so let's begin. Luckily, we are getting plenty of colorless, so that is good. We'll start off with this one. So, Fallen Heroes this year, Dimitri was something I was expecting for him to be a Fallen Hero. He's just destroyed them all. From the original Fire Emblem trailer, like when they all meet on the battlefield, and then you see Dimitri just destroy them all. He's like, kill them all. Like, that has always stayed on my mind for Dimitri. So, and then at the beginning of the game, you see like they all comment, oh, okay, Apothecariana. Hello, Apothecariana. Number 4, I believe, or number 5, which during the last Hero Remix banner I tried to summon. I was trying to plus 10 Fjorn, but Anna just kept showing up endlessly. Alright, so free Anna, no complaint here. But yeah, so at the beginning of the game, they kind of comment that he kind of has like this hidden not personality, but like hidden aura, like that his murderous intent. Basically, they don't go out and say it, but yeah, like they kind of comment about it. So I don't know, Dimitri always seemed a good fit for a fallen hero, like not a fallen hero like that he got mind control or something like that, but more like, you know, murderous intent and all of that other stuff, sort of like uncontrollable rage, kind of like Fallen Corin, which he never gets mind control. It's just like that his dragon kind of goes berserk and, spoiler, kills Mikoto at the beginning of the game. Wow. Well, 3 forests in one. Okay, forest. I have enough to plus 10 you. I know I haven't plus 10 you yet, but I have enough to plus 10 you. Alright. Good. We keep getting these colorless orbs. But yeah. And then the Morgans, definitely out of unexpected. I did not expect the Morgans to become fallen heroes. At least, like, I can see, I know why they're. Believe that there's a DLC chapter in Awakening that takes place in the Duma Fallen timeline. So they're from the Duma Fallen timeline. There's like 3 or 4 different timelines in Awakening, like canon, depending on like marrying choices and stuff like that. Like if you like the original timeline is the one from where Lucina is from, the one that Grima takes over, and then she comes back to the past with the kids, and then creates the new timeline where you defeat Grima. But if you whatchamacallit, married one of the children with one of the child units with Robin, then Morgan is from a much farther timeline. And we got Dimitri. Okay, so this completes my Dimitri collection. I have all of the Dimitris. I guess B plus attack or plus speed. Plus attack, please. Plus, right? Okay. I guess you're trying to patch up your own weaknesses. Yeah. So Morgan, if Morgan is with a child unit, then Morgan is from a much later place in a timeline. Oh, Natasha. I have not seen Natasha in a while, which is good because she's also a merge project. Currently a +5. All right, so we got Dimitri. We got one of them. Okay, we got most of the colors of the rainbow. And these fallen Morgans are from a timeline in which Grima wins, and then I guess he has a child, which would be Morgan. And like I said, it's from it would be like, I think it's from the same time, like same year would be kind of like saying like of the regular Morgans, but alternate timeline. Duma wins timeline as opposed to like Robin kills, well, they kill Duma and then Robin just has a child farther in the future. But yeah, so thanks to Awakening, like messy time travel, you have multiple timelines, and that's where the Morgans come from. But definitely wasn't expecting them. And female Morgan being an axe unit with such high defenses, like she's pretty unique when it comes to axe units. Sairi, okay. Does that mean we have gotten a 5-star in every circle so far? And did I just chicken myself for saying that? So Sairi has repel, right? Oh, close call. But most importantly, she has Kestrel stance. And there's a certain brand new flying lobster man who would like Kestrel stance. But Kestrel stance and close call can be passed down. Oh, it's just such tantalizing. Fodder to have with Sairi. Or I could just merge it into my existing Sairi. I do like Sairi. Or Sairi as they pronounce it in the game. On this game. But yeah. So yeah, female Morgan being an axe unit. A flying axe unit with like really high defenses and low speed. Like low speed axe flyers is kind of normal. A lot of them are kind of slow. But none of them have like those really good balanced defenses. So she's pretty unique amongst axe flyers. So definitely not a bad unit, and especially because she can ease like having the stat differentials is not that hard to get, like to set up. Like I think like the only units that would be really hard to set up would be like Bronia and Iduns, which nullified, I guess Hector as well, which nullified debuffs, but they don't nullify buffs on yourself, so you can still, if you have the buffs, you can still create the stat differential. And I believe Morgan, there's ways to make Morgan faster than Hector, so she can double him and prevent herself from being doubled by him. And speaking of female Morgan, here she is. Hello, female Morgan. I guess B minus speed and not plus HP. Yeah, we were just talking about how good her res is, so this is a pretty good get. And we're halfway done, and all we need is Edelgard. Well, we will get Edelgard because we're sparking for her, so Edelgard will be coming home. I guess if male Morgan wants to show up, I will definitely not be opposed to it. Because as far as units go, male Morgan He is more of the standard like dark mage, high attack, higher defenses, low HP, not low HP, low speed. But his weapon is pretty good, very similar. Like they gave him that menace skill, which is very similar to his actual regular Grimace Truth Tome Refine, which lets him debuff from a range. So Male Morgan is pretty good on that regard, like the debuffing and self-buffing. Plus, again, it's not very difficult to set up the plus the condition of his stat differentials. Oh, yes, finally, I have a Lenhar. This is my first Lenhar. Another merge project. I guess I'm becoming Lubu with so many healers merge projects. Alright, this is very much like getting a 5-star for me, just because I didn't have him before. But yeah, so Male Morgan, he would be good. Like, I guess you could use him like in Iterrace defense, where it's a lot easier for you to set up the condition of having the stat differentials against your enemies. I guess Bronya would be a good hard counter for him, mostly because of the color, and he'll have a harder time with Bronya setting up. Like, Bronya is not that, for female Morgan, not much of a problem, just because of female Morgan still has that color advantage over her. But male Morgan has the color disadvantage, which does mean Bronya is a good counter against him. And Hector as well, both of them being blue. Against Iduns would be the counter for female Morgan, again, because the color advantage, but not a lot of units can run like debuff nullification and buff nullification at the same time. I guess for buff nullifications, there's Julia, both dark and legendary. Fallen and legendary with their Urk. Alright, I didn't have an Urk before. You are kind of late to the party, Urk. I already am building Miranda. Yeah, so their stats. It's very difficult to like nullify both things, your debuffs and the enemy buffs. So setting it up is a little difficult in order to fully counter the Morgans. So I do think they're pretty good on that regard. Let's see what else we got. And of course, the only one left to talk about is Edelgard, which, my god, they really min-max her. Like, I expected her to be min-max, but they went all out. Like, they say, like, her speed sucks, so let's just get rid of it. Like, pretty much having so little speed is really good for her, just because it lets her have stats everywhere else. She comes with Weary Fighter in her weapon, which normally Weary Fighter is like, okay, so not as amazing anymore, just because of so many follow-ups. But just because she has a Raging Storm in her weapon built in as well, so it does let her double. Just she goes kind of a roundabout way to double the enemy by first hitting them, then they'll hit her back, and then she'll have that damage reduction on their first hit, and then she's able to double them with Raging Blow, hit him again, and that's basically how she doubles. Very similar to Legendary Edelgard, but Legendary Edelgard doesn't have that damage reduction the first hit. Not only that, because of her unique B slot, Fallen Edelgard has been having that special fighter built into her B slot, lets her be a much easier Gale Force unit than Legendary Edelgard, because she doesn't need to run Heavy Blade to get Gale Force, and her weapon already has lane effect into it, so she is an amazing Gale Force user. being able to just hit the enemy, have them hit her back with the damage reduction, then hit the enemy again, get Gale Force, and hit a third enemy. So much easier unit to Gale Force than Legendary Edgar. Being a colorless also means she has better matchups. Like, one of the problems with Legendary Edgar I sometimes have is that she cannot one-shot Lycitia. And I really can't leave Edgar anywhere near Lycitia to try to tank her, just because Lycitia is Lycitia. But Fallen Edgar will have no problem, just because she doesn't lose attack by having the color disadvantage. Oh, hello Irene. This is my first Irene. I guess don't be minus attack or minus speed. Plus attack, okay. I mean, it's a really cool one-off to have. Irene is pretty powerful. Oh, and this means once I finish the circle, I will have no pity rate left, which means I don't even have to worry about summoning till I clear my pity rate, which is perfect. We'll get Edgar right here. We actually picked up way more units than I expected. I expected to get maybe 1 5-star on the way to Edgar, sparking her. Picking up what? 1, 2, 3, 4 was a lot better. Plus we got we got Linhardt, which we didn't have. We got Elk that we didn't have. All in all, pretty good. I mean, we got, once we pick up Edgar, we'll have 3 of the 4 units from this banner. Can't say I'm disappointed. There's always a chance that Male Morgan is right here, just to make it so I get all 4 of them. But of course, that wasn't gonna happen. We just got Irene, so. Alright, 40, free someone, get my Edgar. Come on, Edgar. Alright, and this pretty much cleaned my orbs. I have 0 orbs. There you are, Edgar. I am Emperor of the Adestian Empire, Edgar. With my power, I will shape the crooked world. And there you are. I see. Look at that. Those stats, just very insane web unit. And that's it. Our appearance rate is at 3%, so don't even have to worry about summoning till I clear it, thanks to Igren. We get to take a look at the teams. Not the teams, the 5 stars that we got. Starting with Apothecariana, Fallen Dimitri, Sairi, Morgan, Igren, and Edgar. So in 40 summons we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, which means every 20 orbs, basically. No, it's 140, so it's every 24 orbs we got a 5-star. And then of course Edgar doesn't count toward that because you get her separately. But yeah, let me show you Annas, how many Annas I actually have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Apothecarianas, which could have been, 2 of those could have just been Fjorm, and my Fjorm would have been +10, but at last it didn't happen that way. So we do have choices on what Annas, if we wanted to merge them. Go with a Speed Anna, HP Anna, Neutral Anna, another Speed Anna, or a Res Anna. So not bad I said at all. So this actually was a pretty amazing summoning session. Definitely did not expect to get Morgan or Dimitri. Yeah, so if you summon in this summoning session, let me know what you got. Were you half as lucky as what we half as lucky as us, getting all of the units you wanted and then some. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.